Damp wool and chicory float through the lobby doors as she steps on the polished marble floor. She taps a blue badge twice against the gate, nods to the guard and knows she is 4 minutes late. Her canvas tote bag heavy on her right side, swallowing a yawn she tries so hard to hide. Screen turns on with the neon hum, type a rhythm with a steady thumb. Numbers align in a narrow cell, ringing tone of a scheduled bell. She signs her name in crisp blue ink and takes 3 swallows from the sink. The clock ticks slow on painted plaster, while every deadline moves much faster. She gathers up her trench coat tight and steps back out into the night. The fluorescent lights buzz softly overhead while she edits paragraphs that no one read. A lukewarm green tea rests beside her keys, drafting quick replies to keep the leads at ease. 5 p.m. arrives but no one leaves their seat. Rain begins to patter on the quiet street. She signs her name in crisp blue ink and takes 3 swallows from the sink. The clock ticks slow on painted plaster, while every deadline moves much faster. She gathers up her trench coat tight and steps back out into the night. 27 floors above the avenue grid, she wonders where the middle of her evening went and hid. A neon train glides south across the rusty steel track. Tomorrow morning brings the whole routine right back. Screen turns on with a neon hum, typing a rhythm with a steady thumb. Numbers align in a narrow cell, ringing tone of a scheduled with a neon hum. David noted yesterday that I sigh 3 times before noon. A half-eaten bagel sits beside a tarnished silver spoon. The printer Jambi light blinks a pale amber hue. Someone left 4 wet umbrellas drying near desk 2. My left sock keeps slipping down inside my leather shoe. The fluorescent bulb in hallway C hums a steady flat beat. A faint cold draft sneaks under the door at 12:33. I track the grease marks on the microwave door frame, while 3 forgotten voices wait under my name. A silver paper clip bends straight beneath my thumbnail as 9 unread drafts are trapped inside the sent mail. The streetcar bell rings twice beyond the frosted pane, washing off another Tuesday down the storm drain. The vending machine swallowed 2 quarters near 3. A lukewarm green tea bag floats inside a cracked cup. The pot of fern by the corner is slowly giving up. Someone spilled sweetener near the water cooler tap. My monitor flickers like a quiet little trap. The elevator buttons glow in pale lime green. I count 6 faint coffee rings I haven't yet seen. A dry erase marker leaves a fading blue streak. We trade small polite nods at the end of the week. I track the grease marks on the microwave door frame, while 3 forgotten voices wait under my name. A silver paper clip bends straight beneath my thumbnail as 9 unread drafts sit trapped inside the sent mail. The streetcar bell rings twice beyond the frosted pane. Washing off another Tuesday down the storm drain. The coat rack holds one jacket nobody owns. The hallway carpet muffles 3 muffled ringtones. David leaves at 6 and clicks the deadbolt key. The quiet room breathes out at 6:33. Why do the fluorescent bulbs hum in B flat? My thumbs keep scrolling through a spreadsheet from last May. A lukewarm green tea sits behind my mouse pad, and somebody's heating up soup across the bay. Did I reply to that vendor in Chicago? The cursor blinks like a small anxious pulse. 9 a.m. turns to 2 without a sound. My swivel chair creaks when I pivot around. I draw 3 small boxes on a sticky notepad. The third level air smells like printed paper heat, while rainy weather hits the glass along the street. I count down 40 minutes till my scheduled break and trace every tiny little choice I had to make. My wet shoes squeak against the polished granite floor as someone drops a heavy folder near the door. If I buy that blue coat, that's 3 days of work. My manager smiles while he muted his mic. A calendar pop-up says 30 minutes left. I wonder if my brother fixed his old road bike. The elevator doors take 5 seconds to shut. My mind jumps sideways from my rent to my gut. The lobby clock clicks over to 4. I pull my heavy jacket from behind the door. My thumb checks the subway map once again. The subway platform vibrates under soggy boots while commuters hurry in matching dark gray suits. A silver ring slides loose around my chilly hand with thoughts I never quite managed to command. The yellow warning strip is wet with melted slush, and all my evening plans dissolve into the rush. 5 unread messages from 3 days ago. A half-eaten bagel on the seat below. I close my eyes to catch the quiet rhythm in my head, thinking of unspoken words I should have said. The train lights flicker as we cross the river bridge. I need to exit and look inside the empty fridge. My plastic ID hangs from a faded woven strap, falling fast asleep with a phone across my lap. Heavy mesh seating holds the total weight of 9 long hours. You were 22 when you bought those cheap brown leather shoes. Looking through the spreadsheet screen, I watch the ceiling flicker. I am typing a memo to the boy who thought a collar brought power. You were standing at the bus stop, dreaming about a high-rise view. If I could dial back 6 whole years tonight, I would tell you not to rush through every green light. The coffee here tastes mostly like warm dust, and polished desks are just things that we adjust. You thought the badge around your neck meant you had finally made a name, but keeping deadlines every week just feels like playing someone else's game. So pack your canvas bags and leave the extra work behind, because the silver tower lights will never give you peace of mind. The elevator doors slide shut while rainy traffic hums below. You worry about the interview, your hands were shaking in the hall. I wish I held your nervous shoulders then and told you how it goes. The big corner window is just glass, it doesn't warm the room at all. Save your small laughter for the subway ride just a heavy silver pole. Unlace those polished shoes. When you get home today, you did just fine back then. Whatever they might say, turn off the glowing screen and rest your tired eyes. The desk can wait for tomorrow under quieter skies. Stiff polyester collar chafes my chin while suburban express cars rumble in. The weave is tight and synthetic gray, bought off the rack on a rainy Tuesday. My thumb traces the sharp machine, some seam and abrasive touch inside this corporate dream. Fluorescent tubes buzz softly overheard, replacing every phrase I left unsaid. A subtle snag in the lining of my coat, and 10 years past suddenly fills my throat. I remember salt-soaked denim on a wooden dock before my hours belonged to a punching clock. We spilled grape soda on sun-baked thread with 0 unread emails in my head. Now I pull this necktie tight and walk the floor, leaving my old frayed jacket at the door. The elevator glides to floor 19. I smooth the iron pleats to look pristine. The guy from legal nods and taps his screen. We make quiet jokes by the break room being. My wrist rubs hard on the laminate desk edge, trapping my spirit on a mid-level ledge. For 7 quiet seconds near the emergency stair, I swear I smell bonfire smoke in the air. That oversized hoodie with the faded green sleeves, when autumn was just jumping into leaves. I press my palm to the rough wool blend and step right back to the quarter end. I remember salt-soaked denim on a wooden dock before my hours belonged to a punching clock. We spilled grape soda on sun-baked thread with 0 unread emails in my head. Now I pull this necktie tight and walk the floor, leaving my old frayed jacket at the door. The laser printer runs its final sheet. I feel the heavy rayon at my feet. That soft worn jersey waits home on the chair. 5:30 p.m. is almost in the air. .628 glow steady on the stovetop screen. I balance 2 warm mugs against my chest. I close my eyes and leap 15 full years ahead to where this heavy morning turns to rest. I picture coastal rain on wooden patio beams, no urgent emails flooding through the glass. I see myself at 45, just making tea to stay alive, with no alarm to break the silence down. Far away from this crowded, frantic town. Eventually I wake beside a sunlit garden wall, discarding every plastic batch, forever in the trash. Dark coffee steams while yellow leaves begin to fall, and peaceful freedom washes over all my future years. No endless spreadsheets claim another precious afternoon, just clear skies beneath that rising silver moon. The subway car still shakes me back to now. My thumb scrolls past a dozen calendar invites. I wipe the steamed up window with my woolly sleeve and trace the shadows of the high-rise lights. I hold that future garden tight inside my mind to make this 90-minute constructed out of overtime and gray. I am buying back my freedom second by short second to claim that simple, quiet life someday. Appears upon the lobby wall. I step inside the elevator doors. I smile because I know where I am bound. 10 years away from all these polished floors.
A dried teal highlighter sits beside my mug. It's felt tip capsized under fluorescent glare. I drag my eyes across a quarterly graph and pretend that every single line is clear. My thumb traces a scratch on the laminate wood, counting seconds till the 11 o'clock call. I nod at a colleague walking past my desk and watch my shadow stretch along the hall. The coffee turns lukewarm at 20 past 9. I balance my ledger while marking the time. A chime on the headset says everyone is here, so I mute my microphone and swallow my fear. I trade my best hours for a monthly deposit, keep my coat tucked away in the break time closet. I draft 5 polite emails to people I never meet and listen to the rain tapping rhythms on the street. By 5:30 sharp I will pack up my space, leaving only light footprints in this air-conditioned place. The spreadsheet glows blue on my tired face, cells full of numbers that I barely claim. I type out a polite reply in 40 words, forgetting how to spell the client's name. Outside the tinted glass, the city moves fast. The bus is crawling through the avenue grid. I wonder if I chose this path on purpose or just follow what everybody did. Soft roads, piano plays inside my mind, a gentle groove to keep the stress behind. I tap my leather shoe against the plastic mat and swap a quick smile with the manager's cat, or rather his screensaver spinning around while I float above this quiet corporate sound. I lock off the system as the overhead lights dim. The parking garage is quiet and grim. I slide in my seat, turn a key in the ignition, and leave behind another successful submission. The highlighter stays right where it was placed. Another small Tuesday erased. A squeaking brake line winds against the concrete curb. You slip your phone away before it hits a nerve. Your shoulders drop 3 inches when the subway stops, leaving all the spreadsheets to the city cops. You traded crisp white cotton for a worn hoodie thread, trying hard to empty out the numbers in your head. We sit on the stoop while the neon sign glows, watching where the evening traffic flows. You brush off the deadline from 6 hours ago. The corner shop is closing while we share a paper bag, unwinding every tension from the afternoon lag. You traded 40 hours for a quiet place to breathe, and left the heavy quarter and report beneath the sleeve. Tomorrow brings another stack of papers on the floor, but tonight we lock the worries on the outside of the door. Your manager demanded that the slide deck look pristine. You spent 9 hours staring at a high glass screen. Now cold iced coffee sloshes in a plastic cup, and nobody expects you to be standing up.
notifications fade to gray. The corner shop is closing while we share a paper bag, unwinding every tension from the afternoon light. You traded 40 hours for a quiet place to breathe, and left the heavy quarter and report beneath the sleeve. Tomorrow brings another stack of papers on the floor, but tonight we lock the worries on the outside of the door. We used to talk of traveling across the ocean blue, before the monthly bills decided what we ought to do. So drink your lukewarm tea and let the saxophone spin. There is no quarterly review for where you have just been. Put the laptop in the closet by the shoes. We have nothing left tonight that we could lose. Catch your breath now. Close your tired eyes. The city lights will stay until the skies.
Peeled synthetic thread catches against my palm as I straighten the sleeve of this secondhand gray jacket. I bought it for $12 off a rack near the river. When my hands used to shake before any formal meeting, the fabric feels heavy, a little stiff at the shoulder, pulling me backward to 5 long years of fluorescent glare. The printer hums low in the corner of the floor, and for 3 quiet seconds I am not here anymore. I am back on that porch in the damp summer heat, watching streetlight reflections melt into the street. We drank lukewarm cider from chipped ceramic bowls, swapping ambitious lies about our future corporate roles. Now I stamp these approvals while the gray rain pours, wearing the same cheap weave through glass automatic doors. The clock ticks slow while the dark roast grows cold, holding on to a youth that was never quite sold. My thumbnail traces the frame hem near the pocket, recalling how we laughed when the zipper stuck tight. We had no savings account, just a shared bag of rice and a drafty apartment that smelled like burnt spice. Today my inbox is cleared by 4 in the afternoon, yet I sit in this swivel chair humming a quiet tune. 10,000 emails later, the sleeves are wearing thin, showing the pale smooth skin where the boy used to begin. I clean my glass desk with a my thumbnail traces the frame hem near the pocket, recalling how we laughed when the zipper stuck tight. We had no savings account, just a shared bag of rice and a drafty apartment that smelled like burnt spice. Today my inbox is cleared by 4 in the afternoon, yet I sit in this swivel chair humming a quiet tune. The printer hums low in the corner of the floor, and for 3 quiet seconds I am not here anymore. I am back on that porch in the damp summer heat, watching streetlight reflections melt into the street. 10,000 emails later, the sleeves are wearing thin, showing the pale smooth skin where the boy used to begin. I clean my glass desk with the soft cotton rag and pack my lunchbox inside a leather messenger bag. The fabric remembers what the spreadsheet forgot. The printer hums low in the corner of the floor, and for 3 quiet seconds I am not here anymore. I am back on that porch in the damp summer heat, watching streetlight reflections melt into the street. The printer hums low in the corner of the floor.
Total silence shatters when I suddenly wonder if I turned off the stove. The quiet hallway holds its breath beside the elevator doors. My thumb hovers on the metal button, glowing soft and red. A twisted copper wire. Fluorescent tubes buzz low above the turnstile gate. A silver coffee cup rests on the marble sill. The city breathes in gray behind the tinted pane. I check my coat and let the ticking world stand still. The morning local pulls into the station right on time. A stranger folds his paper while the glass reflects my face. My damp coat smells like rain before I step inside the line. I shift my heavy leather bag and claim a standing space. The door slides shut to start another silent rhythmic trace. The glass high-rise absorbs the pale light through the third floor wall. A blue cursor blinks 50 times against a white blank screen. The copy machine hums a jazz chord down the narrow hall. Two paper cups sit empty where the staff meeting had been. I adjust my tie and smooth the wrinkle on my sleeve. Street lights flicker on outside the 14-story pane. The quiet keyboard clicks rhythmically across the floor. A halogen bulb overhead hums like a distant train. I pack my leather briefcase up and walk out toward the door. The street is calm and dark below the train line track. Cold air fills my lungs before I cross the street. The quiet night receives me as I start walking back. Small shadows stretch out slowly under my tired feet. How many times can a person rewrite a single polite sentence? The cursor blinks like a small tired pulse against the gray grid. Outside the glass, a pigeon alights on the air duct flange. My thumb moves over the rubber rim of a cold paper cup. I think about buying a road bike that I will never ride. The printer spits 3 empty pages and quietly stops. Static humming under my sneakers, floating through the floorboards. Numbers shift from blue to purple across the diagonal monitor. My shoulders drop 2 inches when the clock strikes 3. A lukewarm latte sitting on the edge of my cluttered zone. I sign my name in cursive on a ledger that I barely own. The fluorescent tube above my desk flickers in a rhythm slow, while 40 strangers pack their bags and quietly prepare to go. I grab my dark umbrella from the corner near the fire door. The subway door slides shut with the heavy rubber thump. A man in a navy coat folds his newspaper into 4 squares. My reflection in the glass looks like a guy I met in college. Did I leave the small desk fan running on the 3rd floor? It does not matter now because the tunnel takes the light away. I tap my heels against the steel runner beneath my seat. Thoughts drifting sideways like steam off a wet griddle. A mental shopping list for soup I will probably order online instead. Tomorrow afternoon the fern in the corner will still be fake. We keep pretending the urgency is real until the sun sinks down. Keys rattling softly inside my right jacket pocket. Street lights blooming warm orange through the light drizzle. The workday dissolves into damp concrete beneath my boots.
just one quiet breath before I turn the door handle. A bent red paperclip sits near my tea, unwound into a jagged letter C. The double espresso cooled down half an hour ago, while 3 different spreadsheets linger in a row. My thumb traces the scratch veneer desk edge, a tiny quiet island on a high-rise ledge. I count the Slack notifications stacking on the right, pretending every deadline stays out of sight. The air conditioning hums a heavy minor key. I adjust my posture so nobody looks at me. My index finger hovers over send, waiting for another routine shift to end. I close a left window to hide my private screen, stepping out for cold water near hallway 17. The fluorescent lighting buzzes like an old brass horn, trapping every decision before a thought is born. My ID badge swings light against my denim hip, saving every quiet sentence for the homeward trip. The quarterly forecast needs a quick review, though everybody knows the numbers aren't true. I signed 3 forms with the cheap blue ballpoint pen, the nod through a meeting that could have been 10. Outside, the frosted glass rain begins to fall, staining the concrete lobby against the eastern wall. 5 hours of silence under acoustic tile, traded for a paycheck and a practice smile. Maybe I will take the scenic route tonight and turn off my phone under the yellow street light. The elevator door seal with a subtle hiss. I step into the evening that I almost missed. The bent paperclip stays behind on my desk space, waiting for tomorrow in the very same place.
Droplets fall on wood coaster, cool brew sips fill up my pen. Warm air bakes the sidewalk in July heat. Cold ice melts in my dark cup now too. This bittersweet cold brew calms my chest. Sharp black coffee keeps me young. Soft sweat drips right off of my glass as the sunny hours pass. On this stool I sit alone, watching shade grow on the stone. Ice clings slow in this plastic cup. Summer air heats the cafe up. Ice clings slow in this plastic cup. Cool dark drink cleans my spirit up. Ice clings slow in this plastic cup. Bitter chill fills my heart with love. Highlight cuts through trees, chilling deep inside this summer breeze. Condensation runs down the glass. I watch small clouds go flying past. My mind drifts back to how we started, in this calm place where we once parted. Cold coffee helps to ease my pain, while street heat burns the glass door. I swirl the glass and feel the coolness. Lo-fi beats drown out the noonday madness. On this stool I sit alone, watching shade grow on the stone. Ice clings slow, this plastic cup. Summer air heats the cafe up. Ice clings slow, this plastic cup. Cool dark drink cleans my spirit Ice clink slow, this plastic cup. Bitter chill fills my heart with love. Hot light cuts through trees, chilling deep inside this summer breeze. I taste the dark, roasted bean, softest shade I've ever seen. This cold glass holds my thoughts of you until the summer day is through. Ice clink slow in this plastic cup. Bitter cold drink lights my mind up. Ice clink slow, this plastic cup, cooling down this midday heat. Ice clink slow, this plastic cup, soft ice melts right through my tea. Bright sunlight repeats inside this chilled, sweet summer retreat.
Soft yellow lamps begin to glow. The night is leaning sweet and low. A bass line walks a simple line. Your hand rests gently into mine. The window holds the outer chill. The house is settling calm and still. No need to speak or say a word, just simple tunes we've always heard. Let the world go on its way. We have found our place to stay. Every hour in this light makes the quiet feel so right. A saucer clinks, a gentle hum. We wait for peaceful dreams to come. The bass plays soft, the piano swings in all the joy the evening brings. Years pass by like autumn leaves. Underneath the quiet eaves, nothing new we need to find, just this peace of heart and mind. Let the world go on its way. We have found our place to stay. Every hour in this light makes the quiet feel so right. Soft yellow lamps and evening air. I'm so glad to see you there. Rest your head, the music's sighing. Daylight fading, stars replying. Soft sun settling on the shelf. You are humming to yourself. Notes of oak and honey tea, sitting close right next to me. Spoons that clink against the tin, where our quiet hours begin. Simple days that drift along, turning memories to a song. Hold this moment, let it stay. Do not let it rush away.
The faded curtain softly sways, sugar settles in the bowl. Here the hours rest so easy, tending softly to the soul. Painted saucers on the sideboard know the stories that we tell. In the quiet of the parlor where the calm begins to dwell. Rest a while beneath the rafters while the tea begins to steep. Let the music keep us cozy in a peace that runs so deep. Dust is dancing in the hallway, softly stepping through the air. Every minute feels so patient, sitting in the wicker chair. Beyond the glass the world goes rushing, searching for a faster pace. But inside we hold the quiet in this warm and simple space. Rest a while beneath the rafters while the tea begins to steep. Let the music keep us cozy in a peace that runs so deep. Just the tea, just this chair, just your smile waiting there. Hold this moment easy now. Let the hours show us how. In this kitchen small and sweet, every heartbeat feels complete. Yellow curtains drawn back wide, finding peace we keep inside. Piano keys and simple chime, we are rich in quiet time. Faded slippers on the pine, your warm hand resting close to mine. Nothing urgent on the screen, just the softest shade of green. Steam is curling off the rim as the shadows start to dim, softly swaying in the space, finding comfort in your face. No big promises to make, no heavy path for us to take, just a simple song we share, floating gently in the air. Hold this moment easy now. Let the hours show us how. In this kitchen small and sweet, every heartbeat feels complete. Yellow curtains, quiet pine, your warm hand still close to mine. Softly rest and let it be, just a song for you and me. A warm cup of tea in the middle of the day, soft chords on the keys as the hours slip away. With every gentle breath, the worries disappear. There is nowhere else I would rather be than here. A tender breeze drifts through the open door, the shadows stretch across the kitchen floor. Put down the papers and the morning news, we have no reason left to pick or choose. The old rocking chair is swaying nice and slow, the radio plays a song from long ago.
comfort on the windowsill. A warm cup of tea in the middle of the day. Soft chords on the keys as the hours slip away. With every gentle breath, the worries disappear. There is nowhere else I would rather be than here. Time rests its head upon the garden wall. There is nowhere else I would rather be than here.
Oh, it's a sweet calm Sunday, take your time. The clock is ticking with a simple rhyme. Pull up a chair and let the world go slow. There is no reason where we have to go. So tip your teacup to the quiet light. Here in this cozy room, the world is right. The teapot whispers on the iron stove. The morning paper brings a quiet peace. I hear a robin in the maple grove and watch the gentle winter troubles cease. The neighbor's dog is strolling down the lane. My favorite sweater doesn't mind the rain. His bottles on the step. A patch of clover blossoms in the yard. I'm keeping all the simple promises I kept, without a single thought of working hard. The grocer grins, the barber tips his cap. My ginger tabby slumbers in my lap. Oh, it's a sweet calm Sunday, take your time. The clock is ticking with a simple rhyme. Pull up a chair and let the world go slow. There is no reason where we have to go. So tip your teacup to the quiet light. Here in this cozy room, the world is right. A gentle sigh and a quiet cup, watching the morning warm the garden up. Here in this cozy room, the world is right. Hold the tea and hold the time. Listen to the subtle chime. In this corner, safe and clear, all I want is standing near. The stove is humming low and sweet. Warm slippers on the polished pine. No need for anywhere to meet. Your gentle hand is touching mine. The spoon is resting in the dish. No reason for a bigger wish.
to stray. Just simple peace and quiet grace, right here inside our favorite place. Hold the tea and hold the time. Listen to the subtle chime. In this corner, safe and clear, all I want is standing near. The light goes down, the room turns deep. Before we slowly drift to sleep, rest your hand